They say neighbors are supposed to make life easier, but mine, they formed an HOA, and then they planted a garden where my driveway used to be. I moved into this quiet suburban neighborhood 3 years ago. Nice houses, clean streets, friendly faces, at least at first glance. I mostly kept to myself. I worked from home, fixing and restoring vintage car parts. My garage was my kingdom. My driveway, my runway. One day, while tightening a bolt on a '67 carburetor, I heard the mail slot click. I walked over, wiping grease from my hands, and picked up the envelope. HOA Beautification Initiative. Confused, I tore it open. Dear resident, as part of the HOA Beautification Initiative, your front lawn, including your driveway, has been selected for a community garden pilot program. Construction begins next week. Wait, what? I never joined the HOA, never signed a form. Turns out, a group of neighbors formed it during a community meeting I was never invited to, and due to a buried clause in the 1970s property deed, they had just enough legal muscle to push development projects with a majority vote. I showed them the property lines, begged them to reconsider, even offered to sponsor another garden space. But no, they wanted my driveway because it had great sun and was centrally located. Within days, they fenced it off, bulldozed the gravel, planted kale, tomatoes, carrots, even mint. Suddenly, I had nowhere to park. No space for deliveries. I was walking through Basil just to get to my own front door. Then came the final insult. A wooden sign hammered into the dirt. Greenway Garden, a gift to the community. I wasn't just being sidelined. I had become the HOA's doormat. But I remembered something. When my father passed, he left me this house. And a little surprise. Out behind the property, hidden by overgrowth, was a half-acre backyard lot. And thanks to Dad's old business license, a registered auto shop, that land was still zoned commercial. So I got to work, cleaned up the yard, rolled out the tools, welded together a stage from salvaged truck beds, strung up lights, set up speakers, portable restrooms, barbecue pit, vendor booths. Then I filed a permit with the city under their community event clause. The Rust Revival, a family-friendly junkyard car festival. Open every Saturday. Free entry. That weekend, the gates opened. Crowds rolled in. Kids bounced in tire swings. Vendors sold funnel cakes and fried jalapenos. Monster trucks rumbled through makeshift dirt lanes. And the bass shook everything, especially the HOA's peace and quiet. They marched over, screaming, "This violates noise ordinances. We'll call zoning. You can't do this." But I could. Every permit was legit. Every complaint dismissed. And just to twist the wrench, I put up signs pointing to the only available parking nearby. Parking Greenway Garden, community entrance. Festival goers trampled through their precious vegetables every Saturday. Eventually, the carrots wilted. The mint died. And the HOA? They crumbled. Neighbors stopped paying dues. Board members resigned. 3 of them sold their houses. The garden, now just a patch of dry regret. And me? Every Saturday morning, I sip my coffee on the edge of my custom-built stage, listening to engines roar and families laugh. Because when you block a man's driveway, you better be ready for the festival.